Welcome to another episode of Talking with Dawson. I'm your host, David Dawson. And goddamn, look who we got back in the building.
Yes, JD, what up? What up? Back like I never left. Back like I never left. But a lot's been going on.
Yes, a lot been going on.
A lot of good things, a lot of blessings. My cousin actually just had his daughter.
Really?
He's 24.
Oh God.
So yeah, it's crazy because it's like, man, like I'm falling behind bad. Like my youngest cousins already had kids before me, but it's a blessing.
I mean, like, you really think about it, right? That people are rushing to have babies. At least you out there being courtesy of knowing that what's going on in this world right now, right?
Hell yeah.
That's what's to me, a lot of people making those type of decisions, not to have kids because what's how the world is, how dark this world is right now that we're living in.
Yeah.
So it's good that you're mature enough to know that you can have a baby.
Yeah.
But just bring one in here just because you can have one.
You know what I'm saying?
So hey, your boy and stuff like that, they can know the circumstances going on in this world and they want to bring a child. You know what I'm saying? Hey, have my support on that. Really, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because to teach that child rightly, right? To bring that child in and teach them the things that different than what we were taught.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So what do you think? What's your take about that? Like, if you bring a child in this world at this moment?
Well, I just know there's no such thing as good timing.
Right.
So I most definitely have conversations with it. You know what I'm saying, with my spouse. So it's like we're there, but it's like we still taking our time.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Because we know what we're gonna be facing.
Right.
But like seeing, I have a group of friends who have, kids of their own and stuff, and just seeing how they're in their child's lives and, how it actually changed them for the best, for the better.
doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But it's most definitely a responsibility.
So they just got pregnant?
Well, my friend, my most recent friend out my friend group, I think he just had his about 7-8 months ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
how was his intake?
Man, he just actually hit me up about a few weeks ago, just checking in on me or whatever. And he was just, I asked him how fatherhood going, and he told me, he was like, man, it's amazing.
It's beautiful, bro.
He was like, it's amazing.
Beautiful.
He was like, yeah, he was like, just the way they soak up things, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing them grow every day.
I think that's the most important part is like when the kid that small, oh my God, bro. It's the most precious moment in their lives right now, looking up at you as their sole support.
Yeah. And
not even knowing it, not even having the conscious mind to know that what's really going on in their life right now, right? But it's so beautiful watching the child. Now get this. I'm gonna share this with you right quick. I had a cousin, right? Mm-hmm. He had a baby. I'm gonna tell you something about how kids are. They're beautiful things to watch a child, right? And it's like, to me, it's like when it came to scripture, it says, bring a child up in the ways of to know Jesus Christ and know our God. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's like that's a very important to know what this child, how much power this child has coming into this world, right? So get this. So my cousin, let's say about 13 years ago, he had a set of twins, right? Mm-hmm. And he posted on Facebook like, man, it's just amazing to watch my twins, especially when they sleep. And he's saying they smiling and they sleep and stuff. Yeah. He's like, I wonder what they dreaming about. And I was like, it just popped in my head, bro. And I got online. I said, bro, you know what your kids are dreaming of? They're dreaming which they came from. Because they never experienced anything in this world.
No, they haven't. So what are they What are they smiling about?
To understand the process of they knowing the creator, right? Knowing in their little body, their minds, their conscience already knowing. And that's what they dream about. What else they dream about?
Like you said, just that what that saying go when, what I'm saying, when you see kids just growing up, it's they've been here before.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
that's what I mean, people some people frown upon about, coming back in this world, right? Yeah. Reincarnation, right? Yeah, they frown upon that. It says unbiblical to think about this because of the scripture way it's portrayed. But to me, I've always, and even though I was a Christian, I used to think about the moments too. Like what I'm saying, like I feel like I've been here before. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And I know children in a raw, authentic selves. You can see they have imaginary friends. Who are the imaginary friends are? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Angels or whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? I know they see beyond our realm of conscious thoughts, right?
Yeah, because like their soul is like it's just completely innocent.
Exactly.
So it's like, why would they lie?
Right. And it like that's what I mean. But it's just watching it. If you have a niece or a nephew, you sit there just watch them play and stuff, and how innocent it looks, and you put on your life like I wish. I know some people say they can go back and think when they were like 5 years old. I can't go back that far. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I could. I wish I could like dawn upon when I was like 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? Like what my thought process at 1 year old? You feel me?
I'm glad you brought that up because I actually just had a conversation with my girl, and we were discussing, moments that we can remember as far as young as like how far back we can go as far as like our memory.
Right.
And I actually do remember some moments at 4 or 5 years old.
Really?
Yes, bro.
That's awesome, bro.
Bro, seriously, like she was amazed at it because I actually called my mom.
What did you remember?
So, dang, what was the story? It was crazy. It was about school. It was about like me going to not preschool but daycare.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, bro.
So that's pre-K. Wow, really?
I had a memory with pre-K.
Oh my God.
And I gave my mom my teacher's name, and she was like, yeah, that was her. And man, I'm trying to give you the recurrent event because I told her about it. And my mom was like, yeah,
that is crazy.
She was like, yeah, that's all true, that happened. Like I had to call my mom to just like confirm, like, yo, watch this. And I told her. She was like, yeah, all that happened. Really? And and Miss J was your teacher at that time. Yeah. 4 or 5 years old.
I think I remember some like in kindergarten. I do remember like I think I know what my teacher looked like. I remember their names. You know what I'm saying? I've encountered so many people names after that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to keep track. But like, some of my teachers, in high school, I remember, but I remember I do remember it was my fifth and sixth grade teachers, and they were husband and wife. So she taught 5th grade, and her husband taught 6th grade. So I went from her, Mrs. Vance, and then Bill Vance. So her name was Mary Vance, and it was Bill Vance. Bill and Mary, right? And that's how we remember. But these people like really was impacting my life.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, growing up. And I'm gonna share something with you. I'm gonna share something with the audience as well. I just want to say this before we start because I think like we talked about parents. We talked about our mother. We talked about people in our past, right?
Yeah.
So. I'm not going to drop any names, saying never I do, but you know who I'm talking to if you you watch this episode, which I recommended you do, after you got upset with me. I said, tune into the next episode. Cause I'm going to, if you want to try to, blackball me of, saying, to not talk about certain things and, let's put it like this. I'm not here to, put people business out there, but if it's related to my family and something I went through myself, and I'm going to talk about it because this platform we're using as a podcast is for our mental health as black men, right? To be able to put our thoughts and our worries and things out there, to ourselves. This is a conversation I'm having with, my friend, So somebody got upset with me about a podcast I did, right? Somebody in my family. And I only talked about it, JD, for like 1 minute. Bro, like I talked about my family for 1 minute and it talked wind of this. And it was like it was third party person saying something, and they got upset with me for what somebody else said. They didn't even look at the podcast themselves.
Yeah.
So if you feel that I'm offending you in such a way, and if you feel a certain way of what I'm talking about on the platform that I build for myself, then I'll just say it like this: tune out. Don't listen to me then. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to, I told you, JD, when I first started this, I'm not going to be, it's not going to be something that you don't tell me I can't talk about, things I can't talk about. This is stuff that happened in my life. And I remember you said it on the podcast yourself, like, I'm not going to be the middle person of, talking about people, family and stuff like that. But, like we came from such a culture that, did damage to most black men's coming up, right, with a single mother. So you gotta understand that I'm one of those guys that was raised by a single mother, right? And that some things I say upset somebody, right? So I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That I don't give a damn, right? I'm
I mean,
I'm not here to. You feel what I'm saying? Though,
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I can't. I don't want to. Let me put it like this. My mom got upset on some stuff, right? And that my somebody told my mom that I was calling my mom alcoholic, and I'll call my sisters whores and stuff like that. And I'm like, I never directly said anything like that about anybody. You feel me? That's not even me. You feel me? Like to shun, negative light on my family. I've been through way more stuff in my life that normal man has, and it was caused by someone that said they loved me. You understand? And if I feel that I'm gonna jump on this platform and talk about that, then that's my business.
I mean, like you said, it was your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you went through and what you experienced. Like Tyrese was just on Club Shay Shay, and he just said the same thing about when he spoke on Cat Williams. Absolutely. And he said Cat Williams, he was like,
absolutely,
what the things that Cat Williams talked about is his truth. It's what he experienced with these people. It's what he been through. It's not everybody else's truth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not what those people experience. Yeah. So like, yeah.
You understand? But I just wanted to take that short break right there to for everyone to understand that if anything you take out of context from us and that that feel like you is targeting you or targeting a certain group of people, please comment on the bottom of the screen and tell me what instead of talking behind my back. Exactly.
At the bottom.
Right there. So it's like, but we can discuss this, right? Yeah. So on that note, we're gonna continue talking. I am so grateful and so happy that your friends are having these kids and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, like, it's a beautiful thing to bring a child in the world and to understand that that woman has that that gene in her that she can bring a
create
human
life.
Yeah, bro. It's
create life.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
It's like, saying, like, can you imagine like that woman's carrying a person in her, in her stomach for 9 terms. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
physically,
crazy.
I can't imagine it, but just seeing it is amazing.
It's to shine light on the creator.
Yeah, most definitely.
To shine light on, our existence, where we come from.
Yeah, I just want to stay on the surface of it, but just to elaborate, exactly. It's like, so is it like, that's why, like, is it hard to believe that Mother Nature is a female?
And that's why, I'm pretty sure if you're ready for that conversation, because like, I'm dead serious, bro. Like, I believe that,
dude.
I'm almost convinced that the guy they talk about in the Bible is a female.
Mm. I heard such things. I've heard it. I don't get into those conversations, but I most definitely keep my ear open. Yeah, and because I'm an open-minded person.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't close my mind to everything. Yeah. So it's like, it raised an eyebrow.
Right.
So.